Today we will learn about the cortical area or functional area of the brain. Our cerebral cortex is divided into a number of functional or cortical area that are all different in structure also. Different scientists have divided this cerebral cortex into a number of area. We are following the classification that is given by the Brodmann scientist. Brodmann has divided cerebral cortex into roughly 52 such areas. Some book mentions 47 also. So we will now discuss this cortical area one by one. Each area is given the separate number, and chiefly these cortical area that are mainly motor, sensory, and it is associative areas. Sensory and motor areas, as the name suggests, they are sensory and motor in function. Associative areas, they are mainly having integrative, cognitive, and associative function. Now we will first see the cortical areas in the frontal lobe. Now in this cerebral cortex, or this is a supralateral surface, in this we have this is central sulcus, precentral, postcentral sulcus. So in between central and precentral sulcus, this is a precentral gyrus. In this precentral gyrus, there is a location of primary motor area. So primary motor area, that is given the area number 4 of Brodmann's. So this is the this is the precentral gyrus, and in this there is a location of primary motor area number 4. Stimulation of this area results in movement of the muscles of the opposite side of the body. Some of the muscles of the upper part of the face, larynx, pharynx, tongue, they have bilateral representation in this cortex. Structurally, this area contains large number of pyramidal neurons, including large pyramidal cells of bats. Specific region within the area, it is responsible for movement of the specific part of the body. Our body is represented upside down in this area that we will see in the figure. So in this figure you can see this is the precentral gyrus. So our body is represented upside down. That means head, face area is located in the lower part of the gyrus, and foot, leg, perineum, it is located in the upper part of the body. Further you can see in this figure that the area of representation in the cerebral cortex, it is directly proportional to the skill involved in the movement of that part. That means muscles of the hand, lips, tongue, eyeball, they have large representation in the precentral gyrus. Then the muscles of the leg, trunk, and foot. 40% of the pyramidal tract fiber, they arise from this area. If there is a lesion of this area, there is loss of movement in the opposite half of the body. Now we have seen the superior and inferior frontal sulcus, that is dividing this frontal lobe in front of the precentral gyrus into superior, middle, and inferior frontal gyrus. Now we will learn about the premotor area. It is given the area number 6 of Brodmann. It is located anterior to the primary motor area in the posterior part of superior, middle, and inferior frontal gyrus. So this is our central sulcus, precentral gyrus. This is our primary motor area. So this is superior, middle, and inferior. So over this region there is a location of premotor area number 6 of the Brodmann. It is the main site for cortical origin of extrapyramidal fiber, that are corticostriated fiber, corticonigral fiber, cortico-olivary fiber. So this premotor area, it is responsible for the programming of intended voluntary movement and also controls the movement in progress. If there is lesion of this area, there is a difficulty in performing skilled movement, that is combing the hair, driving, etc. Primary motor area and premotor area, they are together also known as primary somatomotor area, that is MS1. Now we will see another area, that is supplementary motor area. It is also known as MS2. So So in this section, this is sagittal section of the brain. We have learned this is the medial frontal gyrus. Somewhere here, this is the area of paracentral lobule. So this now we will see the supplementary motor area that is located on the medial frontal gyrus on the medial surface of the cerebral hemisphere anterior to the paracentral lobule. Stimulation of this area, they are producing complex movement like assumption of specific posture, turning the head, etc. If there is a lesion of this area, it results in bilateral flexor hypotonia without paralysis of any muscle. Now we will see another area, that is frontal eye field or area number 8 of Brodmann. So now where is the location of this area? In the middle frontal gyrus, in the posterior part of the middle frontal gyrus, just in front of the facial area of the precentral gyrus. Precentral gyrus में जहाँ पे facial area होता है, इसके just आगे there is a location of frontal eye field, area number 8. What is the function of this area? If there is a stimulation of this area, it causes movement of both the eyeball towards the opposite side. So this frontal eye field, it is controlling the voluntary scanning movement of the eyeball, and they are independent of the visual stimuli. If this frontal eye field, it is also connected with the visual area via association fiber. If there is a lesion of this area, it results in deviation of both the eyeballs towards the side of lesion, because this area, stimulation of this area causes both the eyeball to move towards the opposite side. So if there is a lesion of this area on one side, both the eyeball moves towards the same side.